We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for building strong team members, building a great team member. So this here, people are struggling. I mean, they're really, and I feel bad, for people. I just do. They think they're good team members. They think they're strong team members. Maybe not so much. And often what they do is they've trained people around them not to go ahead and tell them you're not that good of a team member, you're not that strong, you're just not. And so it's 15 minutes, the 1080 minutes, and people aren't able to do that. So what that reveals to me is that a lot, that maybe Alvin was right. Maybe Alvin was right. So today, in probably 10 minutes, we're going to get through decision making, problem solving, killing stuff fast, never asked more than once. Um, and then why I allow people to mistreat me, but I don't allow people to mistreat women in my life, especially, um, and other people that I assign. And so in decision making, problem solving, there's a whole podcast area on making good decisions. So often, what people do is I'm doing a whole series on kindness versus niceness. And I think what people mistakenly they don't understand me, they don't understand the difference between niceness and kindness. And so what they do is they mistake my kindness for weakness. And that's a shame. Um, and so, in decision making and problem solving, there's a whole series that we did with Bill Hollum. And so, I think Adam will go ahead and get the link in there for this. So here, here, so we've got this here. So we've got building great team members. And so if somebody isn't doing this without me asking, that shows how much they respect me, care for me, fear me, whatever they do. It's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes to watch. So if somebody's not consistent in that, they're revealing they're a child. They're like a 3-year-old. They just are. And so what I do is now I'm building here where I struggle. I struggle. This is you. When you make a mistake, when you do something stupid, when you do something sloppy, if you're undisciplined, if you're a slups, then you go over here. If you don't do it on your own, then somebody's going to have to do it. So, in answer to Adam's pre show question, Mark, you allow people to disrespect, it's like whatever. Um, but the women in my life, you disrespect them, you'll be a smoking hole in the ground. Now, Adam is responsible, Adam's responsible for, for helping people. He's to babysit people because you know what? They're so busy they can't take and they don't have the discipline to take 10 to 15 minutes. So Alvin, when I told him, yeah, I realized not a good team. I'm not building good teams. I am not building good teams. Like I don't know how to build a good team. He says, maybe it's not you, Mark. Maybe it's them. But I always default to me. It's me because I can control me. I can't control other people, but I can control a certain amount of pain. So Adam said to me, which is fascinating, he said, what if they get angry with me? Ooh, that revealed a lot. Now, I don't know if that reveals a lot about the team or Adam in the past, but he's responsible to babysit people, go in and encourage them and be nice to them and remind them and do that. And so he's encouraged to do that. And so these things, people aren't internalizing this stuff. They're not poor people. They just aren't. They have an illusion, a deception about themselves. This is not good decision making. So Adam will go ahead and put in links to go ahead and problem solving. Like, how do you become a better problem solver? So Bill Hollum, I think he came up with 12 things on problem solving. You want to be a good problem solver? go through those 12. If you think, I don't need that. I'm a pretty good problem solver. Well, you know what? Cool. Like, hope you don't grow, because if you're growing, you can be a good problem solver at this dimension, but at the next dimension, you're going to suck. I'm just here to tell you that. Killing stuff fast. So you want to kill stuff fast. You want to move it. You don't want to come back. And you never, ever, not only with me, you want to make it a part. See, the rules that I have are in consideration of other people. And so you think you're considerate of other people, maybe not nearly as much as you think you are. So anybody has to tell you twice to do something, you know what? You're just a goofball. And so I have the same expectation of my wife and my children. Kenny, I've known him for 4 years. And I said, Kenny, is there anything I've ever said I was going to do that I didn't do? And he said, well, you'd mentioned that you're going to send a gift to my parents. You never did that. And it got done. So with you, if any of you ever go ahead and if I ever say I'm going to do something for you and I don't do it, you need to call me out. I think a lot of times people don't call other people out because they don't want to be called out themselves. So you have not iron sharpening iron. You have, wet toilet paper, sharpening wet toilet paper. It's like that doesn't work. You just have weakness. And so I can't emphasize. So I share this story about when I, was 23 to 27 years old, went from 100% straight commission making $1 an hour to where I was on track to make $460,000 as a 27-year-old, gave up all of that and over $1 million in equity to pursue what I feel that God put on my heart, what I'm becoming created to do. And in 4 years, the president of the company went ahead and told me twice to do something once. Like, I don't know how to activate people's brains to go ahead and say, what? Again, what? Like, Mark, when he's 23 to 27, he doesn't even want to be told once to do something. Why? Because he has an expectation. I'm not a child. Like, I shouldn't have to be asked to do something even once. Like, I should be out in front of that bad boy. I should be doing things. But if somebody's going to ask me twice, that's just stupid. But people do it all the time. Adults do it all the time. And then what they do is in decision making, they think they have a reason for not doing it. Don't be a business owner. Be an employee. Just be told what to do. You're just be told what to do. You need to be a slave, because you know what? That's how your mind is thinking. So hopefully this is, hopefully you saw in the first ones, Mark said, amiable, nice guy, super nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. And then he goes to the analytic and explains the science behind it. And then he tries to be funny and and then he moves into his driver. And so my kids, when they were teenagers, they, weren't the most productive. I replaced them at work. So I give Adam the responsibility to go ahead and do something. Somebody mistreats him. Somebody doesn't respect him. Don't think that I'm going to respond to you the way I do when you mistreat me. Because I just roll my eyes. I just whatever. And you don't get the best of me. You just don't. You get a little tiny piece. And the truth is, maybe that's all you need is just a little, because that's all you got is that little tiny piece. So make sure that you do that, because if, I told Adam, I said, they would rather you call them than me. So he's a nice guy, caring guy, funny, humorous. You get to know him. So his responsibility is to go ahead. His responsibility is to have 16 on all of these every week. Like, these things go up. It's not, 3 and 4 and 12. It's not that. Or 1 and 2 and 14. Like, really? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like a week, and you can't do that? That reveals a lot more about you than it does anybody else. So hopefully this has been helpful. Um, it's interesting, isn't it? The spectrum I can go. Like, is he serious? Is he not? Like, I'd rather people, do things because it's the right thing to do. If that's not enough motivation, do it because we're friends. Like, how much do I serve you? And if that's not enough motivation, and it should be, if it's not, do it out of fear. Just do the right thing. Just do what you're supposed to do. Not brain surgery, not rocket science. Always remember we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.